So the idea is you've got the tapered end and the bead, and my ring finger is going to hook at that bead. And so I slide down and kind of cinch into that. And so if you've got it in your back pocket on either side, you can just draw it. You know, I've kind of got it in my back pocket and I can come straight out in that position. And I'm sliding down. It could be the pinky, it could be the ring finger. Just kind of depends on the size of the stick and obviously the size of your hand. So a cross draw is one way you can cover and strike out. The other way is same side, and it is the bead is up when you have it in your pocket and you're going thumb down for either of the draws. And that bead again kind of helps cinch it down into your hand and you can do your strikes. So again, this can be a cross draw. I'm just throwing a hand out, he's punching. I'm covering, striking ribs for attention or distraction, and immediately I'm hooking and just pressing on the back of his forearm. And that should trigger him to start bending his forearm back. And I go over the top, tuck into my crease, and now I'm going to pivot with that back leg and just take him straight down to the ground. Set up face that way. So again, I keep forgetting I gotta put my stick back in my pants. I'm here, he comes out, distraction, touch, which triggers the retraction, and I come into here. I can capture it with a hook, or I can actually fold my hand into a flexion position. I'm actually in the hook like I'm playing violin. I'm gonna press down, pull, and retract my right leg. Right down to the ground. From here, I can tuck, pull this out, come in and do all sorts of other lovely little fun things at that point. This time he pushes, and so I do this same thing, but instead of just catching here, my forearm catches. So if my forearm catches, I still get my distraction. I can get another distraction there, but I'm going to come to the back of the hand. So now I have a standard tweete kind of position, and I'm still playing violin in the crook, and I'm going to rotate this down as my foot goes away, and I've got tweete. Again, I can pin. I can now go little nub into the neck, into the notches, etc., etc. And so I'll do this again from this side. Again, this one's a push. I'm coming up, my forearm's catching it. I'm going right over the top and weaving. So it goes over, under, through, kind of in a figure 8. This is going to do a loop as my foot goes back. Take him right to the ground, come over. I can touch up there. I can do all sorts of other fun little things. On this, the last two we went to the inside, this one's going to be the outside. So I see the confrontation coming, I'm going to parry and strike. Again, I'm striking the rib area, intercostal brachialis, whatever, just to get that kind of distraction. Typically when you hit here, the immediate response is they want to pull that elbow down to their side to protect. It's already too late, obviously, right? So I go here and he pulls down. I'm keeping my hands here, kind of in this position, because I know when I hit this, and I'm on the outside, that's going to bend. So let's kind of set that up a little bit better. As he steps in, I'm striking, and I'm keeping those two middle fingers kind of cupped because I don't want that to go all the way back. Then after the strike, I follow through and just come right up where I was grabbing this way. I just grab the stick, and my thumb is sliding diagonal to kind of start that bend in his wrist. Now I'm just going to take a left turn and go straight to the ground. My knee has to cut off the escape, and then we've got a whole bunch of rollovers that we can do And I'm doing an entire class on rollovers during the course of the seminar as well. From the other side, again, I'm coming and my immediate response is coming to the outside this time. When I hit, his elbow retracts. The two fingers that are controlling, preventing his wrist from going away, just stay there and catch. And I let that thumb go up to start breaking his wrist over. I can even add the other thumb in as I go down. Now I'm gonna start to steer towards the outside. I can add the pirouette in, take him down, but I've gotta put my knee on the inside so he can't roll out of this. If my knee doesn't go there, just go ahead, he's gonna roll over, and then yeah, he's gonna try to tackle me or something like that. Did want to show, reverse that again. So all of these so far I've been doing is cross draw, but I can do a same side deal. I just have to rotate my hand. It's a little more awkward of a deal. He comes out, I'm here, I come up, two finger grab, thumb across, down, prevent him from escaping. You can even deflate, roll over, however you're gonna follow up with it. Here, come over the top, jab. I can get the bead of the stick right into his gut. Forward roll, arm bar. So he's coming out, he's going to throw a right left. I get my first distraction and come over the top. Once I'm over the top, this hand's going up towards his face and the stick's going to go on this side. So I'm just meeting and making a triangle, a walnut cracker, and then I'm going to do this motion, and notice my elbow goes forward as the stick goes back. I'm going two separate ways. So forearm bones are pushing his neck forward on the left side, stick is pushing the neck towards his head, so I'm getting opposite direction crank, and I can just take him to the ground and do whatever else I got to do on that. All right, so again, the same side, I'm beat up. This time I'll do same side, doesn't really matter. So I'm here, I see it coming, distraction here, I'm shooting, so my foot shoots forward and I grab, I'm going this direction with the stick and this direction with the neck, so I get compression going two different directions. Notice my forearm here is checking his arm to keep him from doing anything else, swinging it down, striking me with it, whatever. I've got it in check. The more he pushes with that, the more pressure actually goes against his neck, so he doesn't want to do it. If he even tries, he's not going to be able to do it. So once I do that bi-directional attack, I turn my hips and drop straight to the ground, and I can take and whack him out from there.